Hey all you Let's Play fans, Baltus MC bringing you a brand new Let's Play series of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, made in 1992 by Square. Now this game, which was made to be a super simplified RPG spin-off of the popular Final Fantasy series at the time, is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, it does get a whole lot of mixed reviews from people for saying that it's too easy, that the game is cliched, it's lacking depth, etc., etc. But to me, this game holds with it a whole lot of memories when I'd play it growing up, and hey, I thought it'd be a great idea to play this game for you guys, and hopefully you'll all get to enjoy it as much as I do. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get a new game started. Yeah, you can see I do have a save file right here. That's just my test play of going through the game. So yeah, now we get to name our character here. He does have a default name of Benjamin, but I like just giving him my own name. What's funny is I used to name him all sorts of interesting things just because it would spice up the dialogue throughout the game. I might point out those parts to you as we go through it, but for now, let's go ahead and get started. The Hill of Destiny. Oh man, everything's shaking here. My village is gone. What on earth is going on? This place is gonna sink any second. Let's climb up quick. I like how he says that and my character just stands there for a few seconds. Dude, quick, what does that mean? Press the B button and jump across. Ah, look at that. We can actually jump in this game. Yeah, there's a few things that we can do when we're wandering around in like a map or a town, that we can either jump around or use our weapon. That'll come into play at certain parts. You'll see it. Look over there. That's the focus tower, once the heart of the world. An old prophecy says, the Vile Four will steal the power and divide the world behind four doors. And at that time, the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. Four monsters have locked the doors of the focus tower and escaped with the keys. They're draining the light from the four crystals of the earth, and the world is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. Baltus, only you can save the crystals and the world. Me? Yes, you, Baltus. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy. Why, is it because of my hair? Look out, a monster! And with that, we are introduced to our first battle in the game. And what's hilarious about this battle is that you can actually die during it. Yeah, it's not really well thought out. Yeah, because the monster can either inflict a critical attack on you, or you can miss so many times that he just whittles your health down to 0. But I got a lucky critical off at the start of this, so he went down no problem. Defeated the enemy, acquired 84 experience, and 3 gold pieces. Seems I was right. At last I found a true knight. But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually, it's more of a guess. Fucking hell. Forget it. Just tell me where I can find the crystals. It's up to you to find them. This place is becoming dangerous. Follow me to the level forest. And he flies away. What the hell? Gotta get out of here. Who is that guy anyways? Well, you're asking me. I have no idea. And just casually walk out of the place as it collapses. Beautiful. Yeah, we get a quick glimpse of our overworld map here. And this is our menu. Might as well show it off to you for now. So you can go down here to armor. You can see what kind of armor you have, the defense of it. And right underneath where it says defense power, you can see what it will protect against as well. So there's certain armors in the game that can protect against elemental or status effects. Same with your weapons here. Depending on what weapon you have, it might inflict certain things on an enemy. So that's kind of nice. You go to status, you can see that we have spots there for elemental defense and special defense. You can get a look at your gold experience, and that next right there, that number that's right next to next, is how much experience you need to the next level. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing too in-depth to this game. You can switch your life indicator here. Sometimes I like having figure, but I do like the color of the scale, so I usually switch back and forth with that. The control there, I'll talk about that once we get a party member. But for now, let's head to the level forest. Hey, there's that old guy. There you are. What do you think I should do first? Save the Crystal of Earth. See you. And why do you keep running off like that? Fuck, man. Hey, we got an old guy over here. Let's see what he has to say. That boulder is blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? Sure thing, Gramps. But first thing I want to do is come over here to this chest and grab some cure potions. Now, one thing I should say about these chests are if they're just the regular brown chests like this, if you leave to the world map and then come back in here to this chest, it will be refilled, so you can keep farming up whatever's in these chests. And that is pretty nice. There is one chest in particular that I want to make sure I farm up, and I'll point that out probably in the next video. Thank you. If you want to go through this forest, find Kaeli in Foresta and show her this. And we get a tree branch. Lovely. You don't mind if I take this rock with me, do you? Thanks. Alright, so now we have access to go over here to Foresta. Yeah, whenever you see a flashing arrow like that when you're on a certain tile, if it's flashing like that, that means you can go in that direction. If it's not, that means you haven't unlocked it yet. So let's check out this town of Foresta. Let's see what some of the people around here have to say. The monster can drain energy from a person. I'm really just a child. Or aren't we all children on the inside? It's getting a little too deep there. Strange trees are growing in the level forest. Why is it called the level forest anyway? It seems like a strange name. The Crystal of Earth is to the north in the Bone Dungeon. I don't know why, I just brain farted there. Yeah, we'll come across the Bone Dungeon soon enough. I've turned into an old man! If you really think about it, we're all turning into old people. Just really slowly. That's kind of dark. I don't want to think about that shit. Instead, I want to come back here to this secret area and grab the Cure spell, our first spell in the game. Yeah, so now I can show that off. So as you can see, we have, well, if you look down there, you can see it says 3 white, 1 black, and 0 wizard. Now what that means is that we have 3 different tiers of spells. And for each tier, we get 4 spells. You can see Cure is part of Tier 1, which is white magic. Yeah, that number right there correlates to how many times we can use Cure. So we can use it 3 times right now. And we'll see some black magic later on, and wizard magic is really useful. It's very powerful stuff. But we won't see that until much later on in the game. Alright, just push this shit out of the way. What do you have to say? Kaeli can talk to the tree spirits. Sounds like a hippie to me. Okay, so one last place I want to check out before we continue on with the storyline is over this way. Now this area is going to be very handy for you early on in the game, because not only does it have cure potions that you can farm, you can sleep in this bed for free. You know, restore all your shit. Very neato indeedo. Yeah, just everything about this game I love. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have any depth, and I'm usually a very story-driven kind of player, but for this game, it's just everything about it is so cool. I just love everything that this game has to offer. Alright, what do you have to say? My husband Mac forgot his captain cap. Hope nothing happens. Ooh, foreshadowing. I'm Kaeli. There's a tree blocking the north exit of the level forest. I can chop down the tree, but monsters have taken over the forest, and I can't get to it. I can help you with that. Come on, let's go. Don't you dare take Kaeli anywhere dangerous. Listen, Mom. Hey, that tree wither looks awful. How much the trees must be suffering. Okay, you win. Don't worry, Mom. And with that, we have picked up a chick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kaeli is pretty good. Not right now, but she will be later on. Okay, so now let's just get heading out of town here. And one thing I should mention, now that we have a party member, is you can see right above her weapon there, it says Auto. Now, if we hit the Y button, you can see it switches over to Manual. So if it's on Auto, she will attack monsters automatically. If you have it on Manual, you have to put in her commands. Usually, I like keeping it on Manual, because if you have it on Auto, like say for example they have a good wizard spell, if you're going through a dungeon and you want to save the wizard spell for a boss, they're going to end up using all of their wizard charges on just simple enemies, and that's going to piss you the hell off. So it's just best to have it on manual. Also, every character that you get in your party will have the life spell, so that's very handy. You don't get your own life spell till very much later on. But there are some situations where it is good to have your party member on auto. Let me cut this down with my axe. We've got to reach the north exit. I like how she cuts down the tree right in front of the enemy, so we have to fight it. But yeah, that's the other thing I want to go ahead and point out in this game, is that there are no random encounters. Instead, every monster that you can run into, you can see them on the map like that. And whatever sprite is there is an indication of what enemy you're going to be fighting. So we got some of these brownies here. Yeah, and usually the party member that you get is going to be stronger than you in every way. So it's best to spread out your attacks. It's like have her go for a fresh enemy, and then you can just whittle down on one. It's usually much better to do it that way. Alright, we've got some slimes here to take out. Now, one thing I should mention, it's not going to come into play much right now. It will once we leave this area. But there are 4 different weapons that you can get in the game. There's a sword, axe, claw-type weapon, and bombs. And some enemies that you fight may have a weakness to one of those weapons. And they may even have some strength to some of the weapons. Ooh, check that out. I leveled up to level 2. Check out our stats here. A little bit stronger. And yeah, you can see what I was meaning about the elemental defense there and special defense. What those symbols mean is that Kaeli has elemental defense from water and wind attacks, and she has a special defense against mute attacks. So that's kind of helpful. Not really useful right now, though, since all the enemies in this place just do physical attacks for now. Let's see, I should be able to one-shot one of these slimes now. Yeah, there we are. I don't know if I can one-shot a brownie yet, but... yeah, usually I like to fight everything in this forest just to get up to level 3 before I take on the boss of this area. Yeah, each area of the map that you go to, there's 4 different areas in total. You will have to fight one sort of mini-boss, I would say, and then one big boss that's guarding the crystal that was mentioned before. Alright, we're already up to level 3. Look at us go! Got some more cure potion there. Might as well go ahead and use that. And another thing in this game is that there's no save points. You can save the game at any time by just going to your menu right there. So that I really love. It's one of my best, the things I love best about this game. And as far as the battles go, I'm not sure if I will edit out any of them yet, because they go by pretty quickly. It's like, we will come across battlefields later on, though. I will definitely edit those out, because those are pretty damn boring. Okay. If we head over that way, we can get a heal potion, but I just want to go ahead and continue on with this game. Let's go ahead and inspect this tree here. This is the evil tree I was talking about. Wahaha! Surprise! Oh no! He poisoned me just as he did the trees. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Didn't have Kaeli in the party for, like, what, 5 minutes and she's already poisoned? Okay, so we have our first mini-boss, the Minotaur, and I missed instantly. Okay, just keep wailing away at him. Just keep an eye on your health. Other than that, this fight shouldn't be too bad. Sorry if I'm skipping through any of this dialogue, it's not really that important. One of the things I really like about this game too is when you cause enough damage to an enemy, You might have noticed it when I was fighting the enemies earlier, but their sprite will change based on their HP level. So I think that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm getting my ass kicked here, so I'm going to go ahead and have Kaeli use life. One of the good things about life is that you can use it as an instant heal spell too, or like a full full heal spell. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, look at that. Back to full. Just keep on attacking here. Yeah, it might be beneficial for you to gain another level before you fight this guy, because I'm a little bit weak sauce right now. Let's see if I can take him. Oh, no, I died. And I didn't get any experience. Excellent. Kaeli, what happened? It'll be okay as soon as I take elixir. That's in the Sand Temple. Don't worry, I'll get it. Then take this axe with you. And with that, she gives us her axe. I'll be back. Alright. So now that we have a second weapon, let's go ahead and show off the stats here. You can see if as I switch through them, when you do that with the shoulder buttons here, the L and R button. And you switch between them, you can see the axe is a little more powerful than the sword. You might be wondering, well, why don't I just stick to the axe? Well, later on when you get different levels of weapons, like you get the second level sword or second level axe, it will actually change some of your stats. Like the second level sword is a lot faster and more accurate than the axe would be. So that's something to keep in mind, and I probably should heal. There we are. Yeah, now that we have the axe, we can actually chop down some of these trees. Yeah, using the A button here. So it's kind of cool that you can interact with the maps like that. Got some heal potion. You might want to sit here and farm up that heal potion as well, with the cure potions in here. It's a good idea to do that early on. Okay, so we can head back to Forest if we would like, but as you can see, we can head upwards now. Yeah, these are one of the battlefields that I was talking about. These are littered all over the map, and for defeating them, you can get various rewards. You can get things like gold pieces, experience, or you can even get some special items like equipment or spells from defeating battlefields. There's also a really cool trick with the battlefields that I'll show off here soon enough. But first off, let's head into the Sand Temple and get that elixir for Kaeli. What the hell? What is this cheap-ass 90s music that's playing? Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name is Baltus, and I'm looking for elixir. What was hilarious when I used to play this game when I was younger is I would actually name the main character Kid, so it would be really stupid for this part. I'll sell you some for, say, 9,000 gold points. What do you think? Why do you keep saying gold points? It's gold pieces. Whoa, that's way too much. Listen, kid, this stuff is precious, right? My allowance is only 2 GP a month. My god, that is awful. Well, let's do this. Let's do it this way. I'm going to the Bone Dungeon to find treasure. You can come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir. Do I have any choice? When do we go? There's a battlefield nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and maybe win something, kid? The name's Baltus. And with that, we get another party member. Yeah, unlike other Final Fantasy games, we can't switch out party members. We just get whatever party member we do in the storyline, and that's it. Let's go ahead and check out Tristan. As you can see, he has ninja stars, and they do have a status ability on them. They can cause blindness and poison, so that's kind of cool. And as you can see, there is an ammo limit to them as well, but you'd have to fight a lot of monsters in order to run out. I've only done it like maybe once before. Let's check out his armor here. Ooh, he has defense against death and fire, so that's pretty good. Doesn't do a whole lot of good for us right now, though. Check out his health. Yeah, he has a lot more health than we do. Okay, so that's pretty much all I want to show off there. Let's go ahead and fight here in the battlefield. Just one fight. Yeah, now these tree enemies, they are weak against the axe. Watch this. Mad Plant is weak against axe attack. So yeah, that's a good thing to remember for later on. It's like certain enemy sprites, when you see them, just attack them with whatever weapon they're weak against. Alright, we got 171 experience for that fight. So what I'm going to do here, between videos, is you see my experience there where it says next. I'm going to go ahead and get another level, and then I'm going to get that experience for the next level down to about 150 or so, around that area. That way, the next fight that I do in the battlefield, I'll guarantee a level. And there's a reason for that. There's a little trick that you can exploit in the game. We're going to have to see the results of that in the next video, so stay tuned for more Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.